Morning, YouTube. Saturday morning. The barbecues are done. I've been stripping TVs. They're all done. And Ralph Mork, that CRT monitor, had a copper degaussing cable. And don't forget the little copper, I don't know what that wire is called. I think it's a grounding wire. Anyways, I'm working on this one. It's an RCA. I just opened her up. So I thought maybe you guys would like to see that. Let me clear this out of the way first. Long get. I need you right now. These are always fun to play with. The degaussing cable. The little thing I was talking to you about there, Ralph Mark. There's this guy here. I think it's a grounding strap. But it is copper in disguise. If you look inside, it's considered number 2 copper. So don't forget that little bad guy, eh? You can still melt them down. And we'll find out in a sec if this degaussing cable on this one is clean or not. You know, copper! Very clean on the inside, this TV, other than the cobwebs from sitting back here for about a week or two. We didn't get any this month. I'm going to have to cut you to get you out. You see that now? Well, we're going to find out, right? If it is copper. Cut it right in the middle. Yep, copper. It's too hard to cut. No, it's not copper. Why are you so hard to cut? That'll make Ralph happy. That one ain't copper, she's aluminum. Bummer. Oh well, just go in the insulated wire bucket. If Ralph wants it and pay for shipping, he can have it and he can melt it. I think that's what he was doing with what he had. But yeah, TVs anymore lately. All the TVs you saw that I just showed you, they all had copper ones in them. This is the first aluminum one, so. CA. Doesn't make you any special. But hey, the yolks are always copper, right? That's a plus. I think anyways, right? A little extra work to take it apart. Circuit board. Everything gets collected. Even this guy. I have no idea what he is. Some sensor or whatever for the tube itself. Right? It is a wire. So I cut it off. I don't know if it's copper or not. I have no idea if that is, but we'll take it off. Let's see what's holding me yet. Okay. The grounding strap. I'm going to say that's what it is. Grounding strap. That little copper dewey that runs around the base of the TV, runs right to the board of the circuit board here. So I'm going to say that's what that is, grounding strap. I'm not 100% sure. They don't make these things. I don't know if they've had them back in the days when I used to take TVs apart. But it's these things that are shiny, but they are copper. You cut them and look at them. They are copper inside. Little brassy piece that connects them. See? Always cut it off. Throw it in the number 2 bucket. Who's holding it yet? Speaker wires. Well, that's a bummer. Aluminum. No. I told Ralph, throw it in with your insulated wire. Apparently he wants to melt it, so that's fine too. You melt it. Okay, this is different. It's got a wire tie holding it. You normally don't have wire ties. Is it this little? Oh, that's even too big. Okay. Says that's quarter. Smaller than quarter. Okay. It's going to come off. I have to get rid of this seal here. I need a knife. Anybody know where I can find a knife? That ain't a knife, I don't think. Do this without busting the neck off, you know. Just got a pail under here. Nope. In the trailer you go. Oh, right in the freezer. Everyday Solar's commented on the butcher block fully loaded with knives. Yes, it is. There we go. I was trying to get that off. It's got a smaller one than I have in my pocket. See, that's nice copper. I don't argue with that stuff. So that part's pretty much done. And we got wires plugged in everywhere yet. I'm just after the circuit boards. What else is plugged in? Oh, the plug itself. Oh. Yeah, there. Oh, there's another one yet. Oh, the other speaker wire. It was stereo. Look at that, eh? Look at all the goodies on there. Aluminum, 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 aluminum. Copper, copper, copper. That one's probably steel. Yeah. And aluminum that I haven't, or copper that I haven't spotted yet. Score! I like it. I'll finish with these little wires. Insulated piece on there. There's the rest of that thingy. Get them off that spring thingy. I'm going to call it a grounding strap, okay? Since nobody's going to argue with me today about it. And these things still weigh a ton. You ever take a picture tube fully apart? They do have a big hunk of steel in them. I'm going to say that's why they're so bloody heavy. And no, there ain't stuff that comes out of these. Some people think as soon as they hear it go psh. No, it's a vacuum. It's sucking in air. It's not blowing anything out. There might be a little dry dust inside that does come out afterwards because of you doing what you just did to it. I'm not spraying you with anything. It's inhaling, not exhaling. Take that little circuit board out yet. Just a tiny little guy. He controls the reset button by the looks of it. Oh, it's the power button. Click, click, click. There it is. And this guy. Take it. You know how much I get for these TVs now? 4 cents a pound. So yeah, I'm gonna rape them. I I tried to throw them in with the shred, and they gave me, one time they said it's fine, the next time they said no. So they made me take it back home. Well, that got expensive. Because shred is worth a lot more than 4 cents a pound. Oh, that's fine. For the amount of stuff I get out of them, I'm not going to leave them at the curb, and I'm not going to do like some people. They actually strip these on the curb. That's too time consuming, you know. So I put them back together. Screws. And be done with it. Our government pretty much quit paying you. But yet they're still charging you. So when you buy a new electronic piece, they're still charging you the 10 or 20 bucks, whatever it is. Anything to make a buck off you, you know. Nope. Almost flipped it up. Put these last screws in. And on to the last one. This is the last one. He's a heavy brute too. That's why that one is sitting over yonder there. It's been sitting there for a while. You've seen it in many videos. That's the one they rejected. And I wasn't just going to drop one off while I was there. So anyways, you get the gist of it, right? Oh, look at that. Everything's falling down. London Bridge is falling down. I have a pump here too that I should put away. Oh, it runs fine. That's why I always plug them in and check them. Should be good for resale, right? This guy is nuts. I will not bore you with him. You've seen one, you've seen them all. Okay? Yeah, look at that time on that. Sneak a peek inside this one for a minute. I don't know how well you're going to see that. This is the one that was beside it. Pink wires. Another aluminum degaussing cable. Dirty buggers, eh? It cuts like copper though. It's very stiff. I'm gonna have to, when I question the aluminum, I generally take a piece off, like I'll strip it and throw a torch to it. If I can melt it with my little propane torch, it's definitely not copper. But it almost weighs more than this one that came off of that, and I'm just holding part of it. So I'm gonna say it's copper, just pink coated like the degaussing cable, or the yoke. A couple nice speakers here. Don't think they'll be in my way though. Don't take them off. Here's the rest of the lighting. old jacket checking me out. There he is over there now. He was by my ears. Once you start swinging at them, that's when you spook them, and then they go after you, and well, you know, the rest is history. That's going to be another tricky one. He's got no straps holding him on, and he's probably glued to it. I need a pry bar. This little guy that holds it on, fairly snug. These sometimes tend to break the tube. You know what I mean? Kind of steady as we go. A little clip right here. Don't worry, these aren't the wives' best knives. They came out of that butcher block that's sitting behind you on the workbench. I've been doing a good job breaking the ones that the wife likes anyway, so you just gotta ask her. She'll tell you. We have supposedly unbreakable plates. They weren't even a week old and I managed to break the first one. So I told the wife, I said, well, they're unbreakable. She said, not with you around. I said, oh, sorry. I don't mean to be a Hulkamaniac. Oop, something a little tougher than a knife. Right, screwdriver. Yeah, they got some of that silicone crap on here too. So I'd have brought a pry bar with me. There it is. That's steel. No, that's plastic. Get you out of the way for now. Okay, we're going to pop these screws open. These clips. Get him out of the way first. Like I said, it's siliconed in, and yeah, everything's busting underneath it because of that silicone. Well, I'm not going to bore you with it. I'll show you when I'm done. Yay, I'm winning. Sorta. I still have this piece to get off yet. Jimmy likes to rock and roll. Need a better pry bar. There we go. Probably going to end up breaking. Oh, no. See? There we go. It was going to end up breaking the yoke. I win. She's still intact. Alrighty. Oh, 2 screws and you come out. Okay. I need those back because I like to put everything back together. That way it looks complete. Not that I'm cheating him, it's just it looks complete. What the hell's still holding it? Nothing, you're just sitting in like a glove. Anything exciting on you? Not overly. I don't know. Take off what I want and leave it alone or what? We're a little bit in the shade here, but that sun's getting warm. Speaker wires. This is the dodging cable. Come on. Stupid thing. What's holding you? That stupid thing. There. We can see a little better. The guy doesn't take that stuff, so. Okay, it's grounding strap again. Oh. That's what I'm going to call it, so don't hold me against it if I'm wrong. I'm not sure, but if you look real close where you cut it, it is copper. Copper number 2. Hey, don't forget that stuff. Okay. Well, I can't really put you back together because you're missing half your backside. So. I did my first ever TikTok video. Woo. I don't know if it turned out or not. I didn't see it. I uploaded it, but I didn't see it. Everybody seems to be going that direction. I thought I'd try one for once. Somehow I became a member of TikTok, so I don't remember doing that, but oh well. I am on Instagram too, and Twitter, and where I'm finding a lot of you. And a lot of you are broadcasting over Facebook lately in the messenger. I don't know how that happened. How did we end up with a group chat? Because it's like 10 of us talking all at once. I don't know how that worked. How that happened. Somebody hit group or something and boom, everybody's in on it. I get a pile of notifications and there's like at least 5 or 6 or 10 of you guys talking on there. And every time you talk to each other, it comes up on my end too. So I'm just wondering how that happened or how that worked. But anyways, I got to get this board out of here and put the plastic back in. So we're going to call it quits on this one. And if you liked it, you liked it. If you didn't, you didn't. Oh, look at that. 25 minutes long already. I'm sorry. It's not usual for me to do that, but have an awesome weekend.